Hey there, Living Springs. I wanted to connect with you this week to update you on where we are as a church and what's happening here at the church. Throughout this journey, we've posted these updates at times when things have changed to keep you in the loop as to what's happening in the church so that you can know what we're doing and what we're planning and what is and isn't going to be happening. And this week, the government of Alberta announced the beginning of Phase 2, and that was announced suddenly, and it was announced in a different way than anticipated because there were loosened restrictions on places of worship. And as a result of that announcement, you may be thinking that the church will be returning to normal as soon as possible. And I want you to know we are working on figuring out what Phase 2 will mean for Living Springs, but at the same time, you need to know that we cannot yet begin reopening our building for weekend services. I know that may be disappointing for a lot of you, and as a staff, we feel that same disappointment. We miss you and we want to connect with you, but at the same time, we recognize that we can't do ministry the way that most of us would expect, given the restrictions that are still in place. The challenges that we still face, although the restrictions have been loosened, include space issues in our building that would prevent us from gathering in any sizable number. You would be used to a weekend service where we would have a few hundred people gathered together, but because of the size of our building, we couldn't fit more than 30 or 40 people in this building in order to meet the physical distancing requirements and still connect. Beyond that, there are traffic flow issues that our building has with a single main entry and exit point, and as well the challenges of cleaning and disinfecting the church between every service just make it impossible as of yet to begin doing what we are all looking forward to doing again. Beyond this, what we could offer you would be substantially and significantly different than what you would expect. We can't yet sing, we can't yet have a coffee time, and although we could have a modification of kids' church, meeting the requirements to hold a kids ministry would put unrealistic expectations on parents as well as on our workers. I know that you may have heard of some churches, or maybe you will hear of some churches that will open in Phase 2. But if these churches open and begin doing ministry like they did before COVID, they're not following the guidelines established by our province, and that is something that we as the leadership of this church feel is important for us to do. I know we all want to get back together. We know you want to be back with us, and we want to be back with you. We want you to know that. We all want to be together in this building, but until we can gather in the proximity that we're used to and participate in the practices that we recognize are important, it's not fruitful to simply reopen because we can. And so please bear with us, hang tight with us, continue to walk with us. We thank you for what you're doing and the faithfulness you've shown, but please hang in there as we continue to journey through this season of coronavirus. Beyond the Phase 2 announcement, let me also say thank you to everyone who filled out the survey that we sent out last week. We've listened to all the feedback we received and are weighing out how we can best respond to it. We acknowledge one of the things we found out in the survey is there is a major desire for community, and we are working on providing opportunities for that. One of the other things that our survey revealed is that our weekend live streams have been very well received, and we are very thankful for that because that is our main way of doing ministry right now and talking to you. And so we want you to know that right now these live streams are going to continue, but one thing that we want you to begin to be aware of is even when we are able to have physical gatherings in our building, our live streams will become a permanent part of what we do. These live streams do right now and will continue to provide a valuable opportunity for people who are unable to attend on a weekend service and allows them to stay connected to our church. I understand you may have some questions. I understand you may have concerns, and maybe you're thinking that all of this is just craziness and you're wondering what is going on and when is my church going to get back to normal. I feel your pain. I feel your questions. I feel your discomfort in this season. We are all wrestling through this together. But I think the way forward is for us to stay together and stay united. In light of that, let me say, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have any comments, please email me, doug@livingspringsairdrie.com. I would love to hear from you. I would love to do my best to answer any questions or concerns you may have. I hope that we can just stay united, keep walking together through this. I thank you for the trust that you have shown us as leadership. And I pray that we would just continually be able to walk together as a church through this season into the new things God is doing in this season and that He's going to do beyond this season. Thank you. Have an awesome day.